Hi Aries, welcome to your May 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This will not resonate with every Aries that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Aries, I highly suggest checking out your other signs in different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in Aries. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aries and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So let's go ahead and get this reading started, Aries. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy as always. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's go ahead and see what is happening for my Aries in love and romance. And with this reading, I am tuning into an energy that's in or around your energetic field of someone that is a soulmate of yours, whether that's a karmic soulmate, a soulmate through and through, or even in that rare instance of a twin flame coming through. I'm going to see why their energy is still attached to you, even if you are, whether you're together or apart from this person, whether you're single or taken from this person, but they're coming through for your reading, and let's see why. So tell me about this person. Tell me about this energy that's surrounding Aries. Let go of control issues. Okay, and it says allow the situation to unfold naturally. So yeah, I feel with this Aries, there's someone here that is like trying to seek your attention again, trying to convince you of something, but being too, I don't know, aggressive about it, especially if they're not getting their way, Aries, especially if you're not budging, you're not reaching out, you're not, you've kind of separated yourself from this because this person has been trying too much to get your attention again, to try to convince you of something. This is almost similar to Libra's reading. So if you're dealing with a Libra, or if you have Libra in your chart, I suggest checking out that reading to see if there's messages for you there. But yeah, I feel that there's someone here that is trying to make something work that is just pushing the other person away, whether that's you, Aries, or that's the other person. But someone just needs to let go of this and see that even if letting go, they're going to do something about it. Are they going to try to reach out? Are they going to try to keep you around? Or are they finally going to do the things they need to do to convince you that this is worth staying in? But with this, I almost feel that there's someone who gets very jealous when it comes to you. Even if they don't put a ring on it, a claim on you, they still want you to themselves and feel some type of way when they see you venturing off or when they see you go out with your friends, whatever that is. And it feels a little bit low vibrational, Aries, and maybe that's something you're kind of helping them heal out of, helping them realize for themselves. But there's some sort of thing where you're showing them, Aries, who you are, what you're worth, what you're not going to put up with, and it's kind of stumped them in a lot of ways. And even frustrated them if you have blocked them on social media, blocked them through your phone number. They're trying to find another way to connect with you, to reach out to you. And they may be a little bit aggressive in May, Aries, as far as getting your attention back, getting you back, whatever that is. Yeah, the letter S is standing out very strongly for me. First, middle, last initial, as in Samantha, as in Stephen, could mean something to someone, does not have to be the case. I want to see what this person wants to tell you that hasn't told you yet about how they feel about you, what they think about this situation, and about this connection between the two of you. Oh, they say, I wonder if you are happy without me. Yeah, they're feeling kind of bitter about this situation, Aries. They don't like the way you left this connection. They don't feel like it was fair, even if that's just, you know, their perception of it. That may not be reality of the situation, but that's how they're seeing it with you. They feel like you're just moving on, having a great time while they're stewing and stumped in this connection. I feel like a lot of them regret the choices they made that made you walk away. Maybe it took walking away for this person to really realize what they lost. And now it's making them freak out, knowing that they've lost you, lost touch with you, haven't been able to successfully get you back in. And I feel, Aries, that I wonder if this is something they've done before or that they're going to do in May. I almost feel like a drunk dial, a drunk text message, a drunk call to you that is going to like be really emotional and be kind of like a confession. I don't know. I feel that type of energy too, and along the ways of, oh, well, I hope you're happy without me, or I wonder if you really are that happy. You know, I miss you. I think you miss me too. That type of energy. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. I almost feel like you're going to be surprised at this person's reaction too, because, you know, they showed you they could give a damn until it really did happen. And now they're going to react out of that. Interesting. And I'm tasting something salty. Like, and again, that could just be the bitterness, or that could be their salty. Maybe someone is eating a snack right now. Maybe someone really likes salt and vinegar chips. I don't know why that's coming through. All right, anyway. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now, Aries? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you? What are they really hoping for is going to happen between the two of you? And what are they afraid of is going to happen? Okay, yeah. Someone's in timeout right now. Someone feels like they're in timeout. Someone feels like you're purposely ignoring them. Okay. Wow, yeah. Wow, yeah. Okay. Aries, let's get into it. Bottom of the deck is the Magician card. So Gemini energy, Virgo energy, you could be dealing with one of those signs. You could have those signs in your big three. Venus does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate. People just like to hear the astrological connotations with the cards. Now, this is someone who's been trying the most, I feel, especially with this let go control issues here. They can't stand the fact that, you know, you're not giving in, that you haven't been communicating, that, you know, again, there's just this feeling that you've been ignoring them, or maybe that's how you feel about them, whatever it is. And someone's been trying every way to manifest you, Aries, to manifest a second chance with you, to manifest you reaching out, coming back into their life. I mean, they've been doing subliminal things too, such as, you know, checking out your social media and seeing that, you know, they're still looking at your pages for some of you. Others of you, this is just their energy that they're sending out so strongly, especially if they're blocked, to try to kind of reel you into this connection again, to make you know that they still think of you a lot, that they still want and desire this connection with you. Someone likes to wear a hat all the time. It's their go-to, whether that's a baseball cap, whether that's a beanie, you know, something along those lines. But I really do feel in the background, Aries, they care a lot more than they put out to you at first when you guys were connecting. And now that you really are slipping away, or that you really are kind of disconnecting, they're doing everything they can to manifest you again, or manifest this connection back again. And they're really good with their words. They're really good at convincing and persuading. But that's the thing, Aries, they did a lot of that. They did a lot of talk, but not enough walk. Their actions didn't back up their words. And when you waited for it to finally, you know, happen, it was too late. But I think they're in SOS now. I think they're trying to save this connection now. And I think in May, you know, where they try to keep their distance, manifesting you to come back in through thoughts, through visions, through hopes. Now they're going to have to put action to it, because the manifestation isn't working yet, or hasn't worked thus far. Because you don't just want them to sit and hope. You want them to do something about it, right? Just do it. You know, the Nike type of claim. And someone could wear a lot of Nike, I don't know. But that came through very strongly. For someone could have a belly button piercing or used to have a belly button piercing. That's just confirmation for someone out there as well. Let's go ahead and get into this. How they feel about you is the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Now, yeah, they feel like you're kind of distant, kind of cold. You know, you are acting with your mind now instead of your heart, which they find to be, you know, a bit distant, a bit reserved, that you're keeping your truth to yourself, you're keeping communication to yourself. Now, if this is how they feel about you more specifically, yeah, they have a strategy, they have a plan. They don't want this to end, they don't want this to fall apart. So I feel like they're going to plan B now, whatever that means. You know, their way of first trying to get you back or trying to get you to, you know, hear them out. Like I even hear them saying like, hear me out. Maybe they've said that to you or wrote that to you in a text message, a DM. But it's like now they're knowing what they have to do. And they know that they have to be honest. They have to be upfront because you're going to sniff it out from the second they try to be fake and phony or they try to, you know, just say something to convince you. It's not going to work anymore. With this King of Swords, someone could be a police officer or work in law enforcement in some sort of way. But they're serious now. They're going into serious mode. But I think, you know, the more they try to a certain way that isn't working, it's going to lead to their downfall. So they really need to start thinking of a new plan that is actually more in alignment with their truth than just for the sole fact of just having you around. But I almost feel this frustration with you, Aries, even if it's misplaced. They just really thought you'd come back around by now or that you would really start to try to mend things now, but you're staying silent. You're staying cold. What they think about you is the Hanged Man. Yeah, Pisces energy. They're in limbo right now. They feel stuck right now. They are trying to see another way out of this. They feel like you're putting them on a timeout, that you perpetuated this break. A lot of you were the ones to walk away. If they were, they regret it. But I feel a lot of you were the ones that kind of just put your hands up and said, you know what? Fine, have it your way. I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to talk. I can tell by your lack of action that you don't really care. So fine, I'm out. And that's put them in a really uncomfortable situation, Aries. They were not expecting that at all. I don't know why, but they weren't. And so now they're in this really uncomfortable zone within themselves of trying to figure this out. And the way they've been doing isn't working. And that's also adding to their frustration. They don't like the situation they're in with you right now, not talking to you, not having you around, not communicating with you. It's driving them a little bit crazy. What they like the most about you is the Six of Wands, Leo energy. Yeah, Aries, you just, whether you know, identify yourself as being an extrovert or an introvert or ambivert, it doesn't really matter. Just you light up the room wherever you go, even if you don't mean to, even if you don't want to. People want to get to know you. When you step in, there's just this glow and this light about you that, you know, all eyes are on you. They've caught people staring at you before just walking by. You're very attractive. You come off as confident. Some of you are performers in some sort of way, whether that's acting, singing, dancing. Maybe you're a content creator. You put, you know, creations out there and you do a damn good job at it. People notice you and they like that. They like the fact that you are like sought after. That's what they see. Some of you get a lot of likes on your photos for Instagram, Facebook. They like that, you know, it's almost that you're eye candy, and they like that you would be on their arm when you guys would go out or when you guys would, you know, be in front of other people. They had you all to themselves and it made them feel good. Someone has a side part as well with their hairstyle where you can kind of just see one eye and they find that really sexy. But yeah, with the Six of Wands, with what they like the most about you, you are sure of yourself. You know, you're not a doormat. You're not someone that is just going to be taken as an option. And maybe in some way with the Six of Wands too, there is some sort of intimidation here around you, Aries. Because you get so much attention, you get so much people that admire you, like they do kind of wonder if you would even choose them or if you would take them as something. I don't know. There's almost this fear of like, why would you choose me when you have all these other options? Subconsciously, that's kind of what they think here, especially with the Five of Wands, which we'll get into in a second. They know you're well sought after and they know you're a prize. You know, when you have me, I'll be worth it. Mind, body, and soul, I'll work everything to make you feel good, but you have to do the same for me. I mean, for some of you, they may kind of, and this is not for everyone, but in some sort of sense, like you're spoiled with love, with your family members, with your friends. They always do a lot for you. You have a lot of love around you. And that's something they kind of notice as well, that you are a person to be admired, to be appreciated. And you expect that, you know you deserve that. And that's something that they can't kind of convince you elsewise, right? And also for some of you, yeah, with this, I wonder if you are happy without me. Some of you have been doing good in your life. Maybe you got a raise, you got a promotion, you've achieved something that you kind of posted about, and they are kind of proud of you for that. They watch you from afar and see how well you have been doing, that you have been glowing up. But what they don't like about you is the Death card. Scorpio energy. Yeah, what I feel with this, Aries, is that when you make up your mind, it's damn hard to change. You are set in the ways, like once something is done, you're done. And it's very, very hard to get you involved again, interested again. It's final, right? And that's what they're kind of afraid of right now. And that's what they're trying not to have happen in this situation between the two of you. They're afraid your decision is final with them. And that you're not hearing them out, you're not giving them another chance, you're not letting them speak on, why they had to do the things they had to do, why they weren't ready, whatever the excuses were, right? You're just not hearing it. Now, with someone, I almost don't know why, but I kind of get this like steampunk, gothy vibe from someone that comes off very strongly to other people, or maybe it's just like your energy is very intense. And maybe now it's kind of intense with them, and that's kind of surprised them or even scared them in some way, intimidated them in some way, because there's so much more complexity to you. I'm seeing someone with like a skull tattoo or like a skull, t-shirt, bumper sticker. I'm almost seeing like the Misfits, like that band. Someone may be into that type of music, like metal, rock, punk, whatever, right? And it's not like what they're used to. It's not usually their type, but they're still so attracted to you in that way. But with the Death card for the most of you, yeah, your decision is pretty final. When you make something up, when your mind is made up, it's pretty much finito. And that's what you're kind of communicating to them now, that you're not even paying attention to them. You're not even looking out for them. They notice you don't check out their stories anymore. If it's blocked, then that's the reason why. But even if you haven't blocked them and you guys still follow each other social media wise, they see you're not checking your stories, that you're not showing any interest. That what's done is done. What they like the most about this connection is the King of Pentacles. Taurus energy. Yeah, when they were with you, it was solid. You were loyal. You were giving. You provided stability. I don't know, like even with, all the attention you got, they knew that if they were with you or you guys were together, that you would turn people down in advances in flirtation. Maybe they've even witnessed you doing that in a public space if you were at a party or at a concert or wherever where you were getting attention, like they saw that you turned someone down or heard about it or whatever. But you're a ride or die, I kind of get with this King of Pentacles. And when someone gives you enough, you'll give your all. But that was the problem here, right? there was a lack in some sort of way, whether there was a lack of feelings, a lack of availability, a lack of trust, whatever. That's what took this type of energy away from them, and that's what's kind of making them worry now. They don't have that stability anymore. They don't have that consistency anymore. Or they haven't found someone since you guys fell apart, or since you walked away, since you left this situation, that has made them feel as secure in being involved with someone as they felt with you. I don't know, Aries, with them, you know, they felt solid with you. They felt protected by you for some of you. If it's not your message, it's not your message. But something where, you know, when they were with you, it just felt right. But I think they got too comfortable in that, and they took that for granted. Especially if you were helping them out in any way financially. They took that for granted. What they don't like about this connection right now is the Five of Wands. Leo energy. Yeah, there's been fights between the two of you. Maybe you guys left things off with a fight, with an argument, and it was heated, and, you know, that tension never was kind of resolved. It never was kind of talked about. It was just left kind of hot between the two of you, and not in a good way. And I feel like if that was left on those terms, like they still feel like, you know, they didn't have their say, that you misunderstood them, that you just kind of wanted to pick a fight with them. Again, whether this is true or not, this is how they see it. Others of you, yeah, maybe they feel like there's competition now. There's jealousy now, seeing that you're doing so well, seeing that maybe you're moving on with other people, entertaining other people, posting, being with other people. It's got them riled up, Aries. Riled up in the need to, you know, say something about this, do something about this. But for some of them, they feel powerless to do so. Maybe even like for some of you, whether you know this or not, especially if you posted being with someone or they heard you're with someone new, they've even reached out to them to try to pick a fight with them, or pick a fight with you through, you know, this new information that they received about you moving on, or about you being with someone else, for those of you that that resonates with. But you've inspired this jealousy within them that they just can't handle, they can't take on. What they like the most about, or what their highest hopes are in this connection with you, is the Hierophant. Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, getting back together with you, having a commitment with you, having all this resolved between the two of you, working this out between the two of you, being dedicated, seeing that dedication, that stability that once existed when you were around, Aries. They've learned a lot from this situation. They've learned a lot of what they did and what made you drive away, what made you kind of put them in timeout, whatever the situation was. And they want to prove to you that they've changed, or that they've learned from this. They've learned their lesson, and they'll be different now. Someone could be a school teacher even, or work with kids, or work as a mentor, a life coach. Maybe have like a social media around that energy, around that occupation. There are 2 5s here. So 5s have been appearing a lot in these readings, but your birthday could be April 5th, April 15th, perhaps March 25th for someone out there. You could be seeing 555 quite frequently now. But they want this to come back together. They realize what they did. They realize they've hurt you. They realize that they need to do more. And the end game for them is just to fix this between the two of you. That's what they want. The deepest fears, 7 of Swords. You'll leave them in silence. You know, that they feel like you're still up to, you know, trying, whether this is, again, this is some of them, their perceptions are kind of wrong here, but that you're going to instigate them, try to rile them up, trying to, you know, get them to chase you, but you're not going to, you know, stay to see what they have to say. Others of you, that their game kind of ran out on them. You know, where they thought was the best strategy of keeping information to themselves, keeping feelings to themselves, not telling you everything, keeping you guessing. It played them in the end. And that they feel kind of foolish for. And especially if you were the one, Aries, to walk away, to tiptoe out of this, to kind of leave everything. They felt like you took everything. You didn't give them closure, but maybe you already tried to, or you already did, and it just wasn't enough. It had to be this way where you just left for good for them to really understand it and get it. But when you left for good, did you leave forever? But yeah, they really are seeing that the consequences of their own actions here with the Seven of Swords and what they don't like about the situation. And maybe that's where this aggressiveness is kind of coming through. Like, damn, if you were to just kind of identify what you did, apologize for that, this would make the whole situation better. But instead, you're trying to avoid that for whatever reason, ego or fear of rejection or whatever. But it's not going to work with me. And that their strategy isn't going to work. And that, you know, they just ended up with this knowledge, and the last memories they have with you is how you got the upper hand at the end of the day, by walking away, by leaving. And how foolish they kind of felt for thinking that they could have it any other way with you other than just being honest and truthful and upfront in the first place. That's what I feel with this Seven of Swords card here in this position. All right, Aries, well, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what's likely to happen, unfold, what are they likely to do by the end of May? Are they going to act on this? Are they going to do something, tell you the truth, or just hold back? We're going to go ahead and see. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome. I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection, to see what else you need to know about this situation so you can make the best choice for yourself in regards to staying or leaving this person for good. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find a link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Aries, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way. It's giving you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life right now with this specific soulmate. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Want to win a free personal reading with me? There's only a few more days before I select my winner for the month of May, and if you'd like to enter your chance to win a free personal reading, open up the description box and you'll see the rules of entry there in case you're interested. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.